Ah! Cracking is a terrible thing. Makes you, the singer, feel so bad about yourself. You start thinking immediately, gosh, why am I such a terrible singer? I'm cracking. But what is cracking, really? It is so much pressure in one part of your vocal folds that they can't hold on anymore and the muscles let go. They say, I don't want to do this anymore. Now, the best way to prevent cracking is to sing in the Boulder Voice Lessons way. If you find that you're cracking, this lesson is for you. The curtains go up. The lights are blinding. It's a full house. You take your first big breath to sing your first note, and it sounds like this. And there it is. You've begun the process of the whole night with the first note, and you cracked. That is one of the worst feelings ever that a singer goes through. You start to question, am I doing this right? Do I even know how I'm doing this? I've taken lessons, I've been in school, I've been performing forever, and I keep cracking. Why is that? Cracking is a tough feeling. And then to get over that for the rest of the performance is a very difficult thing. So let's figure out why people crack, how to fix it, and how to never do it again. All right? So the first thing you need to learn is the idea that the falsetto is your friend. It is the best way that you can prevent cracking, and it is the best way to gain strength in the rest of your voice too. For instance, if we're going to sing, ah, okay, so I'm singing on all of, it's a very narrow sound, first of all. But then it's bringing up into the chest, and I'm singing in a part of my voice that isn't meant to hold that kind of pressure. Ah, hear that? See. Okay, so there are many problems with that sound. The first thing is that I didn't breathe in with a lowered larynx. I didn't have my soft palate up, so my pharynx was very narrow and short. The next thing is I'm singing in a very narrow way, but without a falsetto coordination. So how do we strengthen the falsetto? Well, the easiest way is to do exercises that involve it. So we're going to start on an F. Ooh! That's the falsetto. A lot of people think that falsetto is, oh. It's not. It is a loud, very strong sound. Ooh! Okay, so the falsetto muscles that are in control of that sound are different than the chest voice muscles, okay? Ah! That's a very narrow, chesty sound. It has no falsetto coordination involved in it. Ah! But if I breathe in and add in some of that falsetto muscle, oh, oh, that's even more. Oh, ooh. Down low, it's a pretty weak sound because it's not meant to sing that low. But the chest voice is here, the falsetto is here, the chest comes all the way up, and the falsetto comes down too. So we need to learn how to meld them together. And you will never crack if you coordinate your sound with falsetto. For instance, oo and e are falsetto vowels. Ah and eh are chest voice vowels. So if you're going to sing up, you know, for me I'm a bass, so let's start on A flat. Oh, that's mostly chest, right? Oh, Okay, so on the top, that's a falsetto dominant sound. So for classical sound, that's pretty good. Let's say you don't want to sing like that and you're a pop singer. You want to add more falsetto, more depth into that sound to give a little more soulful approach. Let's try it again. You just open it up a little bit more and take out a little of the vibrato, all right? The vibrato is a naturally occurring thing, and so by not adding vibrato to your sound, you're actually placing a little bit of tension or constraint on the voice, but you know, unfortunately, most of the public in the world doesn't really like that vibrato sound. So, you know, but that's okay. We can just keep adding to your toolkit non-vibrato sounds, vibrato sounds, belt sounds, high sounds, low sounds, wide sounds, deep sounds, dark sounds. These are all options that you have as a singer, and all options that you must have as a singer. And that's what technique is. Let's say somebody doesn't like that dark sound. Well, then you say, okay, maestro, okay, director, okay, whoever, I'll add more chest into it to please that sound, or to please that audience, or to please that genre. Okay? One more thing. In terms of how to prevent the crack, another way is to work the muscles that are directly responsible for securing that higher tone. So if we're going to do the falsetto, ooh, oh, I want you to crack in there. So what we're doing is we're pulling back. Wee, ah, hee, ah, hee, ah. I want you to work on that. So what's happening is the muscles are pulling back. The arytenoids are pulling back this way, elongating the falsetto muscles, and then the chest voice muscles are really popping in there to say, okay, I'll take over in the proper registers or the proper segments that you want to sing in. So if you're going to sing in the wrong register, that's really the reason that you'd be cracking. Does that make sense? If you're singing, hey, hey, there's a chance that you're going to crack on that note because there's a lot going on with that technique that is not optimal for your sound production. But if we're going to go, that's a falsetto sound. Those muscles are pulling back, and as long as the breath stays going, it will secure by the magic of the human body and the larynx and all the cords and muscles that are associated with producing that sound. It will stay tight in terms of not cracking, but it will stay open and deep and wide and secure most of all. And you know, really another great way to practice is to do this. So you're cracking out of that falsetto into the chest. So you're retaining some of the falsetto voice into that chest sound. So you can work on that E vowel that is so prone to cracking. All right, that's it for today. Thanks, everybody. Check out bouldervoicelessons.com. You know, learning online is a really great thing, but it doesn't take the place of working one-on-one with a teacher that's trying to help you with your goals. A teacher can hear you, a teacher can respond to you in real time and allow you really the best opportunity to succeed and to change your voice and to meet your goals. So schedule a lesson with me on my website, www.bouldervoicelessons.com. It's under Schedule a Lesson. And drop me an email if you got any questions about this. info@bouldervoicelessons.com. Please subscribe. Hit that red button, subscribe, and leave a comment if you like. Thanks, everybody.